When you ask most people which of their limbs is most important, you really only come across one answer. I don't know, I guess they're all equally important. But that just isn't true, because up until now, we measure the value of a limb based solely on what they do and how well they function. And while it's not spoken of, some well-known limbs are gathering for the 2020 Olympics. Not just for the Olympics, they'll be specifically competing in track and field. To keep things simple, I've split the body into 5 different portions, those being the legs, hips, torso, arms, and the head. I'll be rating them from 1 through 5 based on how well they can perform in a marathon. Keep in mind, the placement of these limbs is completely unbiased and based entirely on how well they perform. Starting at the bottom, I'm going to have to say the legs, and while you might initially think that they would be the best at running because that's what they do normally, but they do have the problem of not being connected by the hips. So while they can move quickly, if one leg falls behind the other, they could cost them lots of time, which will cause them to fall behind the other limbs, really giving the other limbs a step up in the race. The next limb in the race would be the torso, solely because it's the only limb that has breathing problems, which you would think would not be the case because it's the only limb with lungs. So that raises several problems with doing any kind of long distance running because it drops out before the first mile is done. The next limb is the head, which we all know has lots of experience in the sports industry with the no head ad campaigns, even being pretty well known for its pole vaulting skills, winning 3 gold medals. But unfortunately for the head, this is not a pole vaulting tournament, so the only way to close this is to say that there will be no head for this competition. The only reason that hips aren't at the top of the list is because of the simple disqualifying condition that contestants are not allowed to use skateboards to get through the marathon. But to be honest, the fat grind that hips hit, scoring a grand total of 30,887,653 points, was definitely worth the disqualification for first. And the best limb for the competition is the arms, for the famous move they have called a handy dandy mandy double triple quadruple Ford F-150 Grand Slam 2-story batteries not included Papa John garlic sauce half-off hybrid RAV4 AED AFV with cheese conquesting workflow arm tuck and dive, move that allows them to not only outpace even the legs, but even manages to maintain the speed for hours on end, easily winning the race. I don't think it needs to be said that the arms are clearly the best at running a marathon, so if anybody happens to need a great athlete to sponsor, arms would definitely be a great choice.